guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Sierra.
My name is John.
And we the Johnsons. Today we're just going to be pretty much talking about online dating. That's something that we did. We did online dating. We're just speeding everybody up that's new here. My husband and I met on Christian Mingle. That was one of the websites that we met on. And we've been married for going on 7 years. And soon in September. Yeah, September.
6 years.
6 years. Oh my goodness. On
7
YouTube.
years. 7 years together. 6 years married.
Boom. Guess who getting them? Wow. 7 years together and 6 years married. Honey.
So thanks again for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button. So let's go ahead and just dive right on into this, into some of the questions that was submitted and about dating and online. So one of them is just dealing with how long should someone search? How long should someone search for one site? So and so I know you had a lot to talk on this part on, so I'll let you go ahead and say.
Well, for me, because I did Christian Mingle. I did eHarmony. I did a few websites. I don't really remember all the websites that are out there, but I did Match.
There's
a lot
of dating sites out there. I mean, there's variety from different areas.
Yeah.
Focus. So you got your free sites, you got your paid sites, and you got your of course, we've done Christian dating sites. I done an interracial dating site. When I was searching and whatnot. So tried a different few ones, but they all definitely have their pros and cons.
Yeah.
But how long one should search and continue. I mean, it might take some time into it. So.
Because you tried a lot of them. I know my husband. I think you tried like a lot of the websites. You tried more than I did, because I know I tried a few of them, but I know you tried way more.
Yeah, I tried. I did try. To me, there's a lot of cons with a lot of them. The ones that you pay for, there's not many people on those sites. The ones that were free, typically there's there was a lot of sexual explicit, stuff, like when you find on, certain people's profile on certain sites, it's like,
yeah, which can make it challenging.
So, I mean, really, I guess when you go back to the question, like, how long should someone search, on a dating site? I mean, I don't know if there's necessarily an answer for that, because you might meet someone on the website, or you may not. When I was thinking, I was like, I could meet someone from online, or I could meet someone through my church. I thought that was possible. There was that, like, also the Bible study groups that they had, church activities and stuff like that. So I thought those were, I probably would have thought those were probably more possible than from online dating in my head at that time. But then again, there's a lot of success online stories, from dating. I know a few people, a couple people from dating, from online, and and they end up, getting married. And I know you know people as well. So
I would just say keep going, like literally just keep going until if you feel like let me take a break. It's okay to take a break, because literally I know how frustrating that can be, because I did Christian Mingle the first time, and then I stopped, and then I did it again, and then I almost was like, all right, this is just not going to work out for me. But because I felt like I was in a season that I was enjoying being single. Like, I really was getting out, going different random things. And so I felt like I was just like, hey, I'm just gonna pull, I probably would have, I don't know, but I basically, my husband and I met, like, literally as soon as I said, hey, I'm done with Christian Mingle, boom, this guy messaged me, right? Like, it was like the perfect timing. So I say, don't give up, just don't give up, literally just don't give up. So
don't give up. But yeah, at the same time, it's like, you don't want to be like, very desperate in your search.
Yeah.
And it's all consuming and everything.
Yeah.
Where it's just like,
yeah.
And it's like starting to steal your joy and, all that part. And, you just want to keep your eyes on Christ. So, enjoy your season, that you're in, the singleness. And I know it's definitely, it is very hard to hear something like that. But I mean, it is true. There's a, it's like, reflecting back, it's like, it's like, we had a good time, while being single and, hanging out, with the guys and stuff like that, from my church and stuff like that, playing sports and everything. So it was, it was fun. So it's like, and it's at the same, it's true in like so many seasons of your life, being married, and we have 2 kids of our own.
Yeah.
We had, they're young, so they're like toddler age and like one about to be like in the kid age finally, but it's just
2-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Yeah, and it's just it can be very tiring with that, but it's like at the same time it's like I'm gonna enjoy this season that I am in with my with the children and being tired and all that. So. And looking out into the future, I know that I'm gonna reflect back and like, oh man, I'm gonna miss them, seeing them that little and stuff. So, but it's like there's every season there's something good, there's something to enjoy in that. So just keep on enjoying the season that you are in.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good tip, definitely. Because I've been going like ballroom dancing, y'all. I went to music parks by myself, and like really, or a sidebar. That's just a sidebar. We're gonna get back to the rest of these questions, y'all. And so pretty much, as another question, it's a great question. How to weed out potential, potential. Matches. I want to say matches. I want to say, how do we weed out potential matches? So. I would say literally how one of the things that I did and that I looked for, of course, I looked at political. I looked at what type of, because I look on Christian Mingle. I'm not sure like different websites.
It's like you click on their profile, and you get some details.
Look on them details. Check out those details.
What they provide about themselves. So get some basic information that would be like oh, this person's a potential chance, or like oh no it's automatically X. Of course, there's the there's the obvious, like, you see the profile picture, it's like, whoop, that's the initial part. It's like, this person, attractive or not. So there's like, first step one, it's like, okay, this person seems attractive, looking at the photo, it's like, okay. And then you look at their about me or whatnot. Yeah. So, what you were saying, the political views, their Christian views and all that stuff. So, being equally yoked.
And one thing you did, honey, my husband was one of the types, like one question he asked me to weed out, like he's kind of like, was like, he slid it in a little bit. I thought it was fly, that was cool, pretty cool. Who says fly anymore? But I thought it was pretty cool that he asked me this question. He literally asked me, what type of preachers do you listen to? Like, he wanted to know what I was listening to, and like literally, I thought that was a great question that you asked me, honey, because it matched. We both matched on that because it tells a lot about that person, about
what you believe or what you.
Yeah.
There's different people listen to different pastors, and I didn't want to be with somebody who was like, very tied up in the prosperity gospel that's out there and very, very well known, in America. So, so I didn't want to be with someone like that. And, I went through that, when I became like an early Christian. But yeah, that's a different story, prosperity. So, but so it's good to know these basic questions just so weeding out. So it's like there's that. So you got like step one, profile picture. Step two, looking through their profile. Getting a lot of the basic information, because I remember a time when I looked at someone's profile and it's like having sex outside of marriage and all that's fine, and like then there's all different paths into heaven and stuff. Like, it's like, oh nope, that's definitely no for me. So it's like it was clear cut and easy, for me, like for not to pursue to pursue, like, you know, messaging that person or whatnot, because that's, you know, that's basically
Oh, yeah.
step 3, really. It's just the messaging and sending messages back to each other, and, you know, if they respond back or not, so see if they're interested in you, and then kind of go from there and just get to know each other.
So I was having that, it slides right into the next one of the next questions, like pretty much, you know, any profile setup tips. I mean, for, like, make sure it's a nice picture and not, you don't want to get some, I mean, honestly, leave out all filters. I mean, that's something that I did. I made sure I had no filters. I made sure I put at my best. I was modestly dressed. I did not put anything that's, like, you know, that's crazy out there. And like, I just showed a little bit of myself by myself. And so I think that was one thing that I would say because most importantly, if you don't have a picture up there, obviously most people are going to just slide them past. They're going to slide past. And like, if you do have a nice picture up there, like I said, filters, because you want to be honest and transparent about what you look like as much as possible. And also putting like, just all the stuff in the about me sections and stuff. Make sure you fill out that stuff. Like, basically, like, I just put out, like, I just filled out. I was very transparent. I was very honest, and like I just said that I, you know, if I was a cashier, I said I was a cashier. I mean, I was cashiering at the time. I just put on cashier. Like, I literally was out, like, just honest about what I mean, you don't have to put out your job and stuff like that if you know, but if somebody asks you, you know, I feel like for me, I mean, just being very honest on your profile, I think is the best tip that I can give, and that's just pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, keep it like, yeah, honest, nice picture of yourself, and then, you know, just put some information in about, you know, who you are, and you know, that thing, a lot of, I mean, it's been a while since we've been on, you know, knowing the dating sites. So, I mean, that was years ago. So I don't know how much different and things have changed in the dating world.
Yeah.
You know, since then, with online dating, but I'm assuming it's probably the same, but probably a little bit more advanced.
Yeah.
With the questions and matches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, filling out, you know, some of those questions that might pop up on your profile, people can get to see, you know, so depending on the site, so they all vary, but yeah.
And I looked at people's profiles twice. Like, if I saw somebody the first time, and like, I you know, sometimes you could be like scrolling really fast, or you're like just scrolling, you know, I go back sometimes, and I used to look, like, give it a general look and look down, and like, literally that's some of the stuff I did, and I remembered you, honey.
No, but I think those questions and really getting to know the person, you know, especially as a Christian, you know, and their views and everything. So I think that kind of helps, but, you know, always just, you know, prayer. You know, just be careful, you know.
And praying too. I mean, it's like praying. God would lead you. God would show you. Because, you know, there was some guy that asked me something. I'm gonna try to speed on up, but because I'm not sure how long we're doing this video, but it was this random guy. The guy I was talking to before I was talking to my husband. He asked me some random question that I was like, he asked me what? It was literally like he asked to see like my rear end, and I was like, no. Like, I'm sorry, you guys. I mean, so hopefully it's not TMI. If it is, my husband's gonna make sure I take it out. But pretty much, that is something that he asked me, and like literally, I knew at that moment that was a no. Like, no to how, you know, that helps wean out for another question before. That helps wean out too as well. That's pretty much it. That's all the questions that we had. Like, it was like tips or anything like that. You know, we're not professionals, but this is some things that we did during our journey, and so hopefully it was helpful. I'm praying that it's helpful. Yep.
So that's some of our online dating questions and answers Q&A that we had. So thanks for tuning in, and hope to see y'all next time. So thanks.
Bye.